All right, welcome back. We're the Bourbon Junkies. Strap on in, ladies and gentlemen. We've got updates.
Somebody stole
from us
the second most allocated barrel of whiskey we've ever picked.
Ever. Want to say that we have had updates, so stay tuned until the end and I can kind of catch everyone up. All right, real quick before we go on with the video, I want to talk to you about the lovely sponsor of today's video, Good Chop, who I could not be happier to be working with right now. We got a lot going on between the channel and the distillery and having a new baby and everything. So Good Chop, if you don't know, allows me to just get high quality cuts of beef and chicken and bacon, which is some of the best stuff in the world. We just had the scallops the other night. Can't speak highly enough of those. They got 60 plus cuts of meat that can be delivered directly to your door. Skip the hassle. You ain't got to go to the grocery store. You just go on, say, hey, this month, this is what I want. Maybe you don't want some meat. Maybe you want some of their sides. They got some really cool sides, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, all sorts of things. Just go on over to goodchop.com/YouTube, type in Bourbonjunk 120. You get $120 off your first 4 months, or your first 4 boxes, which is 4 months. What you guys are seeing in the background right now is me cooking up a little steak, but not as a steak main dish. It's just a little bit of steak, noodles, some nice chili sauce on top. Beautiful, beautiful meal that we truly enjoyed and was truly made better because of how great the steaks are from Good Chop. I love using the Good Chop stuff because I know I'm getting meat that has no added hormones or antibiotics, stuff like that. And it just, it tastes better. It really just does. So if getting meat just delivered directly to your door isn't enough, you can also be supporting U.S. fisheries and farms because that's who Good Chop sources from. So, hey, if you don't want to support us, support the people in your own country. So, yet again, thank you to Good Chop for working with us. Support the people, supporting us. Check them on out. You won't regret it. Back to the video.
All right.
Can you guess what it is?
So we went and did an Eagle Rare Pick. There's a video. You can watch that video. It's a pretty good video. It's us going on an Eagle Rare Pick, going on a Buffalo Trace tour, all of that stuff. Now these things, sometimes we've done a stag pick in the past once.
Yeah.
That stag pick took about 6 months to be bottled and then into distribution, then to the retailer.
Yeah, it takes time for them to do all the bottling and stickers and stuff like that. So they're usually about a full quarter behind.
Yeah.
So you go in, we went in like December, so we were assuming Q1 this year we would see our Eagle Rare showing up. It never showed up.
Well, and also we're also still right now in the time frame in which it's possible that it just wasn't ready yet. So we're all just kind of waiting. With barrel picks, a lot of people don't know. You generally don't know when they're coming. They just kind of show up. You usually have like a 2 to 3 week heads up when they're going to hit because they hit the distributor, then they're going to get to the retailer. So we were in the window. We still are actually in the window, in which we didn't know. We just assumed the Eagle Rare barrel was still at Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Really quickly, to remove some blame as to where the story is going to go, when a distributor, when a distillery like Buffalo Trace dumps a barrel, bottles it, cases it up, and ships it to the distributor, it is out of Buffalo Trace's hands. This is a truthful statement.
They've done their part. Their entire part is getting it to the distributor.
Yep.
This is the 3-tier system that we live in.
They sell it to the distributor takes it, they sell it to the retailer sells it to the consumer.
Yeah.
That's the system. So Buffalo Trace, and realistically, good
job. It was a great barrel.
It was a good barrel.
Fantastic barrel.
Will we ever drink it again?
No.
You'll find out at the end of the video.
No. No, we won't.
So, 2 days ago, I get a text message from a buddy who is in a secondary group, and it's a picture. Picture's a little blurry. All Eagle Rare picks have a sticker right here. The sticker looked, it just said bourbon in the middle in the font of our new Bourbon Junkies logo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't read the rest of it. Is it ours? And the person I was talking to said, very much so looks like it. It might just be like a fake sticker. Now, not that you can't fake these, but you don't see a lot of fake pick stickers from Buffalo Trace.
Those, I think, there's a cap for the people that are here for cookie. No, I think these ones are a little bit harder to fake.
To make exact.
Yeah, like you could get it done, but
textured.
they cost money. Who's going to do that?
How hard is it to sell an Eagle Rare pick? Why would you fake it on a Buffalo Trace product? That'd be the easiest thing to sell.
No one can even get Eagle Rare in, so how the hell are they going to fake a whole barrel?
Speaking of nobody being able to get Eagle Rare in, one store in DC
got a whole barrel in.
Got a barrel of Eagle Rare in.
Yeah. And here, I'll post this lovely reel of them
receiving said barrel. So,
I mean, if you did some due diligence and looked at the number that was on there.
Didn't even have to, just the
Here, I'll pull up the picture from our barrel pick. Ta-da! Oh, look, that's weird. They're the same numbers. Oh, look, you can see Dramhound's signature. It literally says that you get the back half of hound in there.
Yep. Yeah. That was posted on Instagram. Now, here's the thing. So, found out a couple days ago on secondary, and it was only one bottle.
Yeah.
So, it's like, that seems really odd.
And then last night.
And we haven't even heard our pick with the stag.
Yeah.
Brandon had heard when it was bottled, and then heard when it was shipped to the distributor. So, we had at least been able to track, like, oh, that's cool, it's in glass.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool, it's on,
it's on its way to the distributor.
This one, thus far, we hadn't have that. David, the guy who won this pick through the Single Barrel Select program, graciously made it a Bourbon Junkies pick. And so we, as we do when people give us Buffalo Trace picks, we're in a very large Airbnb, have a very good time with the group. We spend 2-3 days in Kentucky. We go to a cool dinner. This one, we went to Blackwood. We went to Buffalo Trace. We spend a lot of money on kind of just like treating this trip as a really cool experience for the person who won it and gave it to us.
Because, I mean...
Because it is cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a special experience. Not everyone gets to do these.
Yeah.
It's all around pretty shitty. If you guys haven't guessed by now, the distributor took it to not our retailer.
They took it to Corner Market Liquors in DC. Corner Market Liquors got the barrel. Now here's the thing. This happens. I've heard of this. All of us have heard of this. And I feel like the farther you get in the industry and the more barrel picks you do, the more you hear about this happening.
Yeah.
Where a distributor just drops the barrel at the wrong store, the wrong address, and sells it to them. Now, the thing is, that's the distributor's fault.
It is.
That's 100% the distributor's fault. It's nobody else's fault.
But, you know.
Now, what happens after that is the store then buys that from the distributor and then sells it to the retailers. That was the last part we mentioned earlier. When you receive somebody else's pick, and it's an Eagle Rare pick, which is an unobtainable barrel of whiskey.
Yeah.
And it has a sticker on it that says Single Barrel Select, and then it says Bourbon Junkies, and then you still buy it, and then you still sell it. That makes you a bad person.
It does, because we, like Dan said, spent a lot of money on said trip.
Yeah.
And now we just have a bill because we didn't get a barrel of rare.
You know, at least we already spent the money.
Yeah, that's cool.
Months ago. So we spent a few grand on the trip.
It was a great time.
And it was an awesome time.
I'm not going to detract from that.
But I called the store earlier and talked to the store manager. Store manager had also hung up on our boy Elvez. So I called the store manager. I'm like, hey, I've heard about this Eagle Rare pick. Come find out. That's us, actually. I said, I'm one of the owners of the Bourbon Junkies. And he's like, I don't want anything to do with this. I don't know anything about it. I didn't receive the barrel in. Give me your phone number. I'll give it to the owner, and then you'll talk to the owner.
Yeah.
I've now talked to the owner 3 times on the phone. He's very mad at us now because there were comments left on his Instagram post that Sean played earlier in this video.
It was me.
It was me. It was you. It was Gabby. It was Elvez. It was...
some guy arguing with me that it wasn't our pick.
And it is our pick.
But it is our pick.
Literally.
I got receipts.
He came back and his excuse was, and now this is the thing, this could happen and maybe he wasn't there, didn't know anything about it. Somebody did receive it in just because there's an Eagle Rare barrel here, and then they sold it. That is a thing that's very possible.
Yeah.
When I talked to the owner the first time, I said, I heard you guys have these picks with the stickers and blah, blah, blah. And he said, no, those are all gone. And I was like, oh. Well, then I go, you shouldn't take somebody else's barrel and then sell it as your own because now we're losing a barrel and we lost money.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I was losing money not having Eagle Rare in my shop. And I was like, right.
Not really the same thing.
Imagine if we lost money because we didn't have Eagle Rare in our shop and you took our barrel.
Yeah.
And then you got your money from our barrel.
That's what you did.
Which doesn't seem very fair. Now we've talked twice since then. He's very mad and upset now.
Yeah.
He's
mad at us that he stole our pick.
Yes. Well, he's mad because now there's any backlash at all.
Yeah.
Which...
how you fix it is just don't be a bad person.
Yeah, just leave.
Pretty easy.
Or...
go, oh, hey, whoa, we didn't do a pick. That didn't even say our name. That's not even our store.
Doesn't say those.
Wow,
things,
we could just talk to the distributor and go, hey, this isn't ours. Yeah. Maybe you can see where this is supposed to be going.
Yeah.
Those are appropriate actions.
So the last phone call just had, he explained that he wouldn't know if it was his pick or not. How would he know? And I said, well, it would say your name on the sticker. And then I told him not to steal other people's whiskey and sell it as his own. And then he said, you know what? I'll keep selling it. And then I hung up on him. So that's where we're at. I think it's worth seeing these on secondary right now. Because that's where we're seeing them. We're seeing in theory, our Eagle Rare on secondary.
You can't touch it.
It's
red light district.
It's also like... one of the things we've been big proponents of with the barrel picks is not secondary.
Yes.
And so now to see our Eagle Rare pick when none of us got any.
Nope.
And then...
nor will we ever.
And, you know, and then now it's on secondary. It's just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
I hope you guys enjoy it. And I hope he stubs his toe. Badly. Like Jack Daniels. All right, so let's talk updates. There was just kind of a communication breakdown with the distributor and Justin Sasa Bourbon. Just getting into the right place didn't work out. They very much owned that mistake and said that they'll make it right for us, so don't worry about it. Worst case scenario is that they would get us another Eagle Rare pick. They had allocation on their book to give us one. Sazerac, when Ryan had reached out, said, don't worry, we will get you another pick. Not only that, but the distributor was able to go back into the store and pick up 9 cases that were unsold. I think the store owner had kind of pulled them after we had been in contact. Not once was it a good conversation with him, and I think the distributor had to go in there and just say, hey man, like, we got to make this right. So we have 9 cases. If you're a patron, I'll be updating you guys on Patreon what's going on with those. So you guys, you know, head on over for that update. But the good news is we now will be doing an E.H. Taylor pick. So we did get an upgraded pick because of kind of what happened. I don't know if people are as excited to do an E.H. Taylor pick instead of an Eagle Rare pick. I really am. I do believe that the E.H. Taylor is a better pick overall, but we can't replace the time. It sucks because we were supposed to be having a pick for patrons right now, but instead now we're going to be waiting a few more months to get you guys something. But hey, I would like to say thank you to the distributors for admitting kind of what went wrong and are going to work with us in the future to make sure this doesn't happen. But hey, that is the update that I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. I'm sure the video is very, very segmented because me and Dan were coming in hot. Because we basically found out this happened and shot a video the same day. So we might have been a little angry when this happened. We're a few days removed, obviously now less angry. I get him getting an Eagle Rare pick in from the distributor and saying, hey man, like, I'm just going to sell it. I still think there are ways that you, even not knowing that who the Bourbon Junkies are or anything like that, you just know that you didn't do a pick. So I stand by that, but I am less mad at him for it. I get it. We all have families to feed, and not everyone just gets a barrel pick dropped on their lap every day. So I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here with us on this.
He, on the last phone call, said, I run $1 million business. And I responded with, me too.
So do I.
Yeah, so
Okay.
So me too. I don't know what that means. I don't know why these are important. You keep saying words that don't fucking matter.
Oh my God, all that.
I just... Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's
fuck
that's
that.
where
Leave
we're
that
at.
shit in. Cheers, guys. We love you guys. Thank you guys for being you. Thank you for being a part of this fucking community.
I am deeply sorry to our patrons that I
It'll get figured out.
Get you a Eagle Rare pick here shortly.
It'll get figured out.
I'm hoping something comes
I have
up.
high hopes.
High hopes?
I have expectations. I've set them myself with absolutely no reasoning behind them.
I like where your head's at.
They're gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, that's how you get hurt, baby doll.
Yeah, that's probably why I have so much trauma. A lot of trust loss.
All right, we're out of here.
God for the 3-tier system, though, huh? You know.
Oh, I don't know what's going on with that thing.